Hey, what's up, guys? Dylan Johnson from Soccermag here, and welcome back to another episode. I'm once again joined by Junaid Hardenberg, and today we'll be going through what happened on game week 28 of the Premier League season. We're going to be doing a bit of a preview for the Champions League this evening and tomorrow night, and then doing another preview for the Carabao Cup Final, which is on Sunday. First things first, game against Southampton. What did you think?
Sure. The game started terribly. I thought it was one of those games in things just doesn't work out for us. Yeah, we're going to drop points against Southampton, bottom of the league. A typical Liverpool type game, But we came out really strong in the second half. That Slot, they say they've never seen Slot that angry at the halftime talk. I don't know what he said though, but I think it was a great game from Nunes. Good for his confidence. Really chuffed for him. Just a great game. 3 points. That's all that matters.
5 more wins, and that's all we need.
Yeah.
Watching that first half, there was that exact same feeling of Liverpool of old, where it's playing so well, beating everyone, beat PSG, and then you just go lose to the bottom of the table straight after that. And I think we did start really poorly. I was almost worried of watching how we played in that first half, what's going on here? Are we in a slump? What's going to happen on Tuesday? But then that second half, credit to Darwin Nunez. I thought he was going to get subbed at halftime after he made that kick out or got that yellow card, because he looked like his head was completely gone. And I think Southampton just played really well in that first half. I think they limited us, and I just don't think we played as well as we could have. And the changes that were made, taking Szoboszlai and Gravenberch off, bringing on Harvey. I thought Harvey played really well. I think the subs made an impact like they seem to do all the time now. As in changing the speed of the game, changing our tempo, changing how we played against Southampton. I think
there's actually 3 subs he made halftime.
Yeah, I think it was
Curtis,
Harvey
and Tsimikas.
Robert for Tsimikas. And then I think I kind of not had a go at Luis Diaz, but I said he played really badly against PSG. But I think he played really well against Southampton there. I think he was giving, was it Sugawara at right back, who isn't even really, I don't think he's really a right back. He was giving him serious problems. Then, Darwin played well. I think that first half, he was putting a lot of pressure, but also I feel like not getting a lot of chances. But then second half, he was in the right place at the right time. Instant, exactly what we needed when we needed it. Mo, again, also got the 2 penalties, but also played way better than against PSG. So, I think overall, take the 3 points, 5 more wins.
Yeah.
Another thing we can chat about the weekend was just Arsenal's game against Man United. I don't know what your thoughts were on that, but Arsenal played well. But again, it's this United have this ability to bring teams down to their level, and it's crazy that United at the end of that, you're thinking they probably should have won that game. Yeah. Besides Raya's crazy saves. But what did you think? The Bruno free kick, I know people are complaining stupidly, the wall was an extra yard back or whatever. Yeah. Come on, dude. Raya was I don't know if you remember, why Raya was way too far across. It's Bruno's shot didn't even go in the corner. It was 1.5 meters inside the corner. It's dude, why are you just giving him free real estate to go there? So it was an interesting one. 15 points clear. 5 wins, 1 draw, and that'll be enough. And I'm going to be honest, I see Arsenal dropping more points.
Yeah, more points. They up against Chelsea this weekend.
I think it's Chelsea next, and then they still have to play us. I know we've gone through it before, but they play Chelsea next, then Fulham.
Yeah, and I see them dropping points against Chelsea.
Chelsea haven't been great, but again, it's they also have this ability to either elevate themselves or bring teams down to their level, and they always play well against the top 6
Similar
teams.
to United,
Then after that, they have Everton away, and let's be real, I think if Arsenal was still in the title race, I reckon Everton would have rolled over.
Yeah, that's what you said last time.
But at this point, it's if they're 15 points behind going into the Everton game, there's no point. I don't see Everton doing anything about it. And then they have Brentford, which isn't easy. Then I'm pretty sure it's Ipswich away. They should get the points there. But yeah, then I think it's Liverpool. No. Then they play Palace. Should get that. And then they play Bournemouth. That's a tough one. Chelsea, Fulham, and Bournemouth. Those are 3 games that I could see Arsenal dropping points 100%.
The Bournemouth game is at home or away?
It's at home. But I think even if it's at home, I can see Bournemouth. They just have such lethal, like their counter-attack is so strong and they've got really good defenders. They're organised. I think if they drop points 1 or 2 more times, it's going to be wrapped up by the time they get to Anfield, which would be pretty...
That's what we want.
Amazing. That's what we said a couple of weeks ago. Like, if it's wrapped up by then, we'll be happy. Then, like, still talking about Liverpool, they have first chance at silverware for Liverpool this season, and pretty sure it's Newcastle's first appearance in the final in a couple of years. But if I'm not mistaken, they haven't won a trophy in quite a long time, so they'll be super fired up for this game. And they just got a win against West Ham last night. I don't know. It's another one where we've spoken about it. I think we spoke about it last episode. If Isak plays, they're a completely different animal to...
I was surprised that he started, to be honest.
The only thing I really see them having is moments. Like with a player like Isak. I feel like in the 3-3 draw, they played really, really well and they put us under a lot of pressure. But it's like Isak scores a world-class goal from outside the box, or... Stuff like that is what Newcastle, I'm assuming, are going to have to rely on against us in the final, because I think we play our strongest 11. And after this PSG game, it's like we don't play in the Premier League. I mean, that we played our last Premier League game for the rest of March, on the weekend. So I know that it's like, okay, I'm pretty sure it's international break. So it'll be play in this final, take a little bit of a breather. I don't know how it really works there. But I can see Liverpool wanting to be like, we don't just want the Premier League, like we want more. And it's Slot's first chance at silverware, so I feel like it's going to be like seriously I don't think guys need to get motivated for a final, but I see Newcastle having to rely on moments more than Liverpool. I think Liverpool are probably going to dominate the ball. I think Liverpool are probably going to get a lot of shots at goal. It just depends on whether whoever plays in goal, Pope or Dubravka, have an insane game, which I feel like they always do against Liverpool. And I just feel like Newcastle are probably going to sit back, try and absorb pressure and just release Isak and Murphy on the counter, try dominate. Like, they've got powerful midfielders. Like, I'm not sure if Joe Linton's fit again or whatever, but even Guimaraes and Tonali, like, are super dynamic, very strong midfielders. So that's what I think they're going to have to go for. I don't see them dominating Liverpool on the ball. Like, they're not going to do that. I don't think they would. I mean, I know the defense also limping through the rest of the season because of injuries. I just see us having a lot of the ball, and I think it's going to play out similarly to the Anfield game, where we were the better side and it was us getting all the chances, but they always have a threat. Like, they always have a threat in behind. So I think that's the only thing I'm worried about. But I'd love to,
In terms of teams, what do you see Slot doing?
I think he's going to go as strong as possible. I know that we're playing PSG tonight. I know it's a tough one, because this is almost like a final. Because if we don't play well tonight, we're out of the Champions League, essentially, I think. I think PSG are too good. So I think he goes full strength against PSG, and I think he probably goes... Maybe he'll bring in like Curtis Jones for against PSG, so that he can start like... So I don't know. It's difficult because both games, not that I think Curtis Jones is bad, but I think McAllister, Gravenberch and Szoboszlai are so important to start.
Yeah.
They set the tone really well.
I think he starts the same team in both games.
In both games, I agree. Do you think Gakpo comes in? Because I know he was training, and I know I'm pretty sure he was on the bench on Saturday?
He wasn't.
Or he was training on Sunday. Or
he was training, but I don't think he was in the starting lineup.
So surely he'll probably bench tonight.
Yeah, I think he'll bench and then he'll come on.
Yeah, maybe he'll rotate Diaz or something, because Diaz has been playing all the minutes now. Yeah,
I think they'll bring him on and then just keep him there in case they need him for Carabao Cup Final.
What do you like? It's interesting because Slot. I don't think Slot's really gone like exact same 11 in a while. I think he's rotated quite a lot recently because of all our games. I don't know, there isn't a significant drop-off if he starts like Curtis Jones or Darwin. I mean, Darwin instead of Jota. Darwin's just so inconsistent that you don't know what you're getting.
Yeah.
Tsimikas is just not that guy. I don't think you start Tsimikas tonight against PSG. I think he'll get absolutely ripped to shreds because Robertson is getting ripped to shreds and Robertson's better than Tsimikas. Yeah, it's a tough one. I have no idea. It's tough. I think it's just going to be the exact same team.
Yeah.
Only change I can see is maybe Curtis Jones coming in on Sunday or Cody coming in. That's all I can really see. I don't know about you.
No, I agree. I just wanted to talk about Jota. His form is also but I think his confidence isn't there. So I don't know if that could be something to look at where we bring in Darwin. But I think Darwin's better because he has started the last game and he's done really well. But I don't know what your thoughts are if we start Darwin or we bring him on for Jota.
Yeah, I was actually Darwin. I think against PSG, he came on at like the perfect time. It was like they were pushing so hard to get a goal, and the way we were trying to kind of hold it up and then bring our other players into the game. Jota can't really do that as well. So Darwin was perfect for like that last 20 minutes. But I don't know how you would do for 90 or say 60 to 70 against PSG tonight. I don't know. And I think there's just that thing of you never know what you're going to get with Darwin Nunez. Like it could be really exciting, but with Jota, he has that consistent play style about him that he is reliable. I know he's going through a bit of a slump.
Yeah.
But if there's a player in the box that gets the ball and has the opportunity to shoot, I would want it to be Jota, as a striker, not Mo or whatever. So I think he goes Jota. Just because of that factor of also, I don't know. It is tough because Darwin did play well against Southampton, but I just think he goes for Jota. Jota has more of composure. He won't be doing stupid things like kicking players or, giving fouls away. Maybe his form hasn't been great, but I still think 1-1 with the keeper.
Yeah.
I'd want Jota over Darwin.
Definitely. And looking at the game tonight, how do you see it going? Like in terms of position?
I still don't know. I think Liverpool will definitely have more possession. I think we have to have more possession. We have to be more attacking.
Yeah.
So I think it won't be as one-sided as at PSG. I think tactically we're not going to let them come at us as much. I'd be interested to see how though, because I think I mentioned last week they just have better midfielders on the ball. Their midfielders are insane.
Yeah.
Their whole front 7, 8, even their defenders are all great ball carriers. So I don't know how we're going to cope with that.
Yeah, and just the speed of passing as well. We couldn't cope with that.
Exactly. So I don't know how... See, I don't think Liverpool playing at their best stops that. Because they are so good at beating high pressing and they're so good at holding possession and recycling and moving it. Like you push to the one side, they cross to the other side, and then they have Kvaratskhelia or Dembele that beats your fullback and then you're in trouble. So I don't know how... Liverpool aren't going to beat them at their own game. They're not going to outpass PSG tonight. Liverpool aren't going to be able to sit back and absorb as much pressure because as good as Alisson is, there's no way he replicates that 2 games in a row. It's impossible.
Yeah.
If he faces another 25 shots tonight, he's conceding at least 1 goal. So we can't afford to let them come at us the way they did. Because also we at home, like the fans aren't going to really allow us to just sit back and park the bus, but also park the bus in a way that you have no other choice. So I don't know. The
best defense is the attack.
Yeah. So if we score a goal, we fine.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The first goal is important.
Yeah. If we score a goal, it's fine. Absorb the pressure, do what you want, but you can't let them equalize because if they equalize, that's when you're in serious trouble, I think. So
I think we score first. We score the first goal and then we bring on Endo.
And then just see the game out.
I
mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I think it's just this is the first time we've seen Arne Slot in this type of situation.
Yeah.
and I have no idea what he's planning. I think he said before the last game that we're not going to outpass them, we're not going to beat them in possession. So you kind of expect them to stay deeper. But it's the away leg. You can understand it. Like, you're going to Paris, PSG, PSG are good. It's like going to Barcelona and expecting to outplay Barcelona at the Nou Camp. It's not possible. But yeah, I genuinely have no idea what's going to happen. I'm not going to pretend that I think like Liverpool are going to do this, Liverpool are going to do that. I'm just expecting it to be more even, the game. I'm not expecting Liverpool to have 2 shots the entire game and 30% possession. I just don't think that's going to happen. But I have no idea how Liverpool are going to play. So I don't know what you think.
No, I agree. Like we said in the last episode, I don't think it's going to be the same. We at home, we have something to prove. We have a lead as well. And the fans are not just going to allow that. They're not going to allow us to sit back and them to put pressure on us. I think we're going to come out strong. We're going to come out faster. I think that first 15 minutes in the first half is going to be really important for us. It's also going to dictate how we're going to carry ourselves through the game. If we start well, put pressure on them, and then maybe get an early goal, it will change everything for them. They're going to be under pressure. They're going to need 3 goals. They're going to be forced to come and attack us, and then that also allows gaps and then more chances for us as well. So the game will become more open. So I think that first 15 minutes is really important, and especially if we score first.
I think like going to the point of like that first 15 minutes, I think one of our biggest problems also was that PSG were better than us last weekend, but we were so sloppy when we had the ball.
Yeah.
It was like we put ourselves under pressure while getting dominated. So it was like we'd win the ball back, kick it to Diaz, he'd lose it. And then it's like, oh no, now they have like so many times they had like a 4-on-4 running straight at the defense because we'd try push up, lose the ball, and then be under pressure. I think first 15 minutes, Liverpool it has to be like the first 15 minutes against Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Where it was, we didn't lose the ball once. Every time they got the ball, we put them under pressure. We didn't get a goal, but it was like we won the game mentally in the first 15 minutes. And I think that's what has to happen. I think PSG, there's been comments of players saying like, now we're going to go to Anfield and we're going to win. Like, they don't care. It's like, okay, humble them now. Like, just show them that that's not what happens. Like, I think that's all. First 15 minutes, make them think they've run for half an hour. Make them think they're playing against an extra player.
Yeah, and it's really important for the crowd also to get behind us. Like, for example, like you were saying, the Madrid game. My head goes back to that Conor Bradley tackle on Mbappe. And how everyone reacted to that. It's just like the effort they put in and the crowd's reaction to everything that's happening is also going to be important.
Yeah, do you have a scoreline that you're thinking of? Oh wait, should we need to do the Carabao Cup scoreline first? We got sidetracked already. Hectic.
Moved on.
Yeah.
Carabao Cup. I say 2-0.
Do you reckon 2-0?
2-0.
I'm gonna say
easy
my favorite scoreline 2-1.
2-1.
Just because I think Isak's so dangerous, and I think that every time he plays against us, he gets that space in behind, and he just finds space. So give them a goal 2-1. Yeah, I think in the 90 minutes it'll be fine. Maybe if it goes to extra time, I don't know. I don't want it
to go to extra.
Yeah,
time.
Neither.
So how do you see the 2-1 going? Do you see us scoring first, conceding first, and then coming back?
I think it would be cooler if they scored first and then we beat them 2-1, because then it would be like
that's too much for
it would be more emotionally rewarding.
Yeah.
But I think I could see us going 1-0 up or 2-0 up and then they're scoring to make it 2-1. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think Newcastle's squad is just, without writing them off, they are still a very good team. I think Liverpool's defense has proved they're good enough this season, and I think our attack, I mean, Lewis Hall, their best left back, isn't playing. Sven Bottom, their best centre back, isn't playing. So I think Newcastle's approach, I mean, their defence is not going to be what it usually is. So, yeah, I'm excited to watch it, but I think Liverpool should be fine.
And who scores for Liverpool? I know you said Isak.
I would love Mo to score. I always love it when Trent scores, but I think I'd want Darwin to score a goal. Yeah. I think it would just be like...
Did you see that clip of Trent and Salah in training?
No.
They were like I don't know if it was like they
Were
were
they doing,
going
like, shooting
no, they were
practice or
getting at each other. Like,
Oh, really? Like,
yeah,
arguing?
Like arguing, yeah.
You're crazy. No, I haven't
to
seen it.
find
I don't want to hear about that
Ah.
stuff. It makes me upset. No, I'm
It
joking.
made me feel a bit upset.
Yeah.
But Salah was like laughing it off, but he seemed serious. I don't know.
Oh,
what it
okay.
was
Maybe
about
it's just, like frustration in training. You're not
Yeah.
trying hard enough or you make a mistake or something. Those things happen. I think it's easy to look too much into those kind of things. Like, I don't know, how many times have you played fives and your friend has made a mistake and you just want to like shout at him or something. So
maybe they were talking about contracts.
yeah, maybe Mo is like, you must stay, and Trent's getting angry or something. Then yeah, should we start with Champions League predictions? So I guess we're going to start with the Liverpool game.
Liverpool game, yeah.
What are your thoughts on that? We've spoken about the game, but scoreline.
Scoreline, I don't see anything else but a 1-0 for us.
I think it's going to be either like a 1-0 or like a crazy like 3-3 or something mad where both teams just go absolutely like Liverpool score a goal, like Liverpool score to make it 2-0, PSG go like they score 2, Liverpool then score like 1 again, and then it's still Liverpool and PSG score, then Liverpool score, something like that. I think it's gonna I think like a 1-0 Liverpool. I think like PSG's confidence might, like, so many times teams have come to Liverpool like arrogant. Like Barcelona, where they're like, it's chilled, we're going to Liverpool. And you see things like the Barcelona Twitter account being like, yeah, we're 3-0 up going to Anfield, all we need is 1 goal, and obviously we're going to score 1 goal, and then they don't. Like, those kind of things. Or like, I think it was Vitinha or something being like, yeah, we're going to go and win at Anfield, like, it's chilled, it's no big deal. So many times you see players say those kind of things and they get humbled.
Yeah.
So I have a feeling that like Liverpool always use that as ammunition, and the crowd use that as ammunition. If we've seen it, the people that are going to the stadium have seen it 100%. So they're going to make a statement. So I reckon, yeah, a 1-0 Liverpool, maybe give them a goal. Even if it's 1-1, Liverpool still go through. Yeah. So yeah, 1-0, 1-1. I think Liverpool get through by 1 goal on aggregate.
1 goal,
yeah,
okay.
that's what I think. Or I mean, it'll be 2 goals on aggregates if they go 1-0, but you know what I mean. Again. So now we're going to go through our predictions for the rest of the tournament. So quarterfinals, who progresses to the semis, and ultimately who meets in the final. So we both think Arsenal heading through to PSV. Shock. No one really is surprised by that. Then I said Atletico is going through, and Junaid said Real Madrid. So it'll be Arsenal versus, who do you think is going to win the semi between Arsenal and Real?
Real Madrid is going to be too strong for Arsenal. I don't think they have the firepower. They might have the defense to keep Madrid out, but in terms of scoring goals, I don't think they...
I think even if Arsenal somehow get like a 2-1 win or a 3-1 win, even if they take a 2-goal lead to the Bernabeu, I think it's similar to what I was going to say with Atletico. It's like the problem with Arsenal is if they go away from home and the team they're playing has 1 goal in the game, they're in serious trouble because they struggle to break down teams so much. And going to Bernabeu or Atletico, they're not gonna score. Even if they do, the other team's just going to score more. So you say Real Madrid, I say Atleti, but Arsenal out in the quarters. Atletico for me and Real Madrid for you progress to the semis. Then we both gonna say Liverpool beat Aston Villa. So
it's either Liverpool Madrid or Liverpool Atleti.
Yeah, in the first semi-final. Then Barca versus Lille and Bayern versus Inter. Barca beat Lille. Then Bayern versus Inter, that's pretty tough.
Yeah.
I think Inter always go through the Champions League, or recently like super underrated. They just get the job done. Everyone's focusing on Real Madrid and everyone's focusing on Barca and all these teams. I think Inter have been really good.
I'm going to go Inter.
Yeah, I think Bayern also, they have definitely improved the season compared to last season. And Harry Kane is obviously playing really, really well. Just that element about them that I think Inter will beat them. I think Inter tactically are more superior, so they'll probably outsmart them. And I think they do rely on Harry Kane a lot. Like, if he doesn't play or create something, they do have great players, but I just think they rely on Harry Kane a lot. So Inter make it through. We have Barca versus Inter in the semis.
And then?
We're going to say Liverpool make the final just because we're biased. But I think...
Liverpool-Barca's final.
I would say Liverpool-Barca final would be cool. I think it would be cool to beat Real Madrid in the semi and then beat Barca in the final.
Sure.
That would be insane.
Yeah.
But the problem is, like, if Liverpool were to play Real Madrid in the semi, I'm saying that because I'm a biased Liverpool fan that Liverpool are going to make the final, but Real Madrid are just a different animal.
Yeah.
And
especially when it comes to towards the end of the.
Yeah, no, like they always start
Yeah.
slowly, but then they get to the knockout stages, and it's like they'll play in so many different ways. They'll get destroyed and still win. They'll dominate someone and win 5-0. They always come back when the odds are stacked against them. Like you can never rule them out. You could go to the Bernabeu with a 2 or 3 goal lead and still get knocked out.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say Liverpool make it to the semis because I've tactically put Atletico in there. But if it's against
Yeah,
Real,
what you did there.
if it's against Real Madrid, then I'm not really certain about that. It would also be cool, I guess, from a neutral perspective, to have an El Clasico Champions League final. That would be really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, and winners, Liverpool, obviously. Come on.
Yeah, obviously,
Liverpool win the final. Liverpool win everything.
So 3 trophies this year.
Yeah, 3 trophies this season, just so that next season we can do the quadruple. We're just warming up. Arne Slot's just warming up this season. Just casual first season taking over from Jurgen Klopp. Champions League, Premier League, and the Carabao Cup. You've heard it all here. Well, thank you so much, guys. That has been Soccermag's preview for
everything.
Yeah, the preview for the Champions League game week, or the round of 16 game week tonight and tomorrow. Preview for the Carabao Cup final on Sunday, and a bit of a review from the last Premier League game week. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me, Junaid.
Thanks, Phil.
And thanks for watching, guys. You know that I'm not going to say it this time, but you know what I usually say. Cheers. Thanks,
Cheers.
Junaid.